I guess one of the first models I use is to explain how people come to Christ and what a disciple looks like. You see, the goal of evangelism is not to get someone to pray a prayer. It's get someone into heaven and just enjoy Jesus throughout eternity. And so I'll often get someone to stand up on stage or maybe do this visually, and I'll talk about their testimony. I'll say, look, George became a Christian maybe 5 months ago, 6 months ago. He's walking strongly with God now, but originally George lived in this street and this intercessor was praying for George. And George's second experience of God was that somebody helped him and they fixed something for him and just simply said, God bless you, mate. Just sowed a seed. And then someone else befriended George. And Holy Spirit's beginning to work. There's contacts happening and someone else comes along and begins to explain a bit of their testimony to George. George gets curious, and yet another person maybe answers some questions about God and dispels some misconceptions he has about God. And then as George gets hungry and hungrier for things of God, someone else explains the gospel. And maybe someone else baptizes George. And maybe someone else does a follow-up of George. And maybe someone else has him in his home group or ministry team. And so I'll stand someone on stage and say, this is their story. It's been a 12-month, 18-month, 2-year story. This person is a disciple of Christ. They're going to make it to heaven. They're going to live a fruitful life. Who led George to Christ? Who was the evangelist in this story? And as you look at maybe 8 people standing on stage surrounding George, it's obvious. Man, everyone in that process spoke words of faith. Everyone in that process was involved in making this disciple. And it's just a powerful illustration.